What would you tell your millennial sisters? What would you tell that generation? Like, your mom is not right with this independent mindset.
I would tell them to look at the fruit of what their mother bared. Let's just say that.
Mm.
So I would tell them, okay, your mom went the independent route. Where is she now? How's she feel now? What's her state of mind now? Is she doing well? If she's not, then did it work for her?
That's a very powerful statement. You said a very powerful thing when you said talking to the younger self. That was powerful. I'm gonna take you out of that, so I'm gonna give you a chance to kind of breathe out of that situation. My next question is now going to be, you went through this new metamorphosis. You went through this new process. You're rediscovering who you are as an individual. How has that now affected how you talk to people today or within the last 5 years, in the sense of whether how you talk to men, how you deal with other women? How is that dynamic for you?
I think I'm more direct now.
Okay.
Because before I would just keep my mouth shut. Just people just do whatever they want to do. And I don't know, people say that I have a way of telling people the truth without it like really hurting, but it's like very direct. And they just like, I don't know why when you said it got to me, but it didn't even seem mean. So people,
Right.
they say that I'm able to like deliver some harsh like advice or information without it coming off like I'm trying to hurt someone. Like, because
Okay.
I'm really not. So I guess that might be that might be what helps me. My intentions is not really to hurt someone. It's just to be direct and tell them like, I don't think this is working for you. I don't think this is serving you. Like, so I just think I've been way more outspoken and direct about things the last few years. And I think it's helpful to people because I love when people are direct with me. They just straight up tell me like, I think you should change this because of this and this and this. And I'm like, I appreciate you telling me this. Like, that's helpful. So,
So let's talk direct. Let me hear from you. I hear so much from men online, and again, I always say I speak to two different types of men: my online men, my offline men. I speak to online women, and I speak to offline women. Talk to me about that dynamics. What brought you to YouTube? What brought you to dealing in? Because I assume you're mostly known in the male spaces of the manosphere. Is that?
yeah.
What brought you into that space?
It's kind of cliche, I guess. It was Kevin Samuels.
Okay.
Like, I watched him talk about I think it was Dallas, that restaurant where the ladies they came to his restaurant and it was twerking on the tables and chairs.
Right.
And he was doing an episode talking about that. And I was like, you know what? This dude is right. This is ridiculous. And then I started binging all of his content. I was like, I really like this dude. He's so cool.
Right.
Like he's honest. Like most people do not tell the truth about how women are acting. And he was just so honest. And I immediately liked him from watching the first episode.
And how long have you been watching Kevin Samuels? May he rest in peace.
I think it was like the beginning of 2020.
Okay, so you've been watching him for a while.
Yeah, because I think he had like 100 and something thousand subscribers when I started watching him.
Okay.
Yeah. So
okay, so let's go there. That will put you at the age somewhere around 32, 33 years old. You said a lot of stuff that he said was true. So in your observation, and we're going to be fair. We're going to do it across the board. What would you say a lot of women is doing right, and what would you say women are doing wrong from your vantage point, from what you observe on the street? I ain't talking about the visceral online. I'm talking about what you see every day in your interactions dealing with people.
So what the first question is what they're doing right?
Yeah, what are they doing right? Let's try to start with a positive note.
So overall, you're saying what are they doing? What are they doing right?
What are they
overall?
doing
Right? Okay, I think it's difficult because there's a certain group of women that's doing it right. So it's kind of hard to say overall. But
so let's do that then. Tell me the group that's doing right, the group that's doing wrong, and if there's an age, a generation, if you want to go down that road, let's go down that road as well. Because this is about what you see, not what I see or think.
For overall, I'm gonna say that I think women they get they understand the outward appearance, like looking feminine. They understand that. So for the majority of women, even if they're not really taking care of their body like that, they understand the aesthetics of like putting on the stuff to look feminine. So I think that's their strength. I don't think they internalize femininity, but they have it like on the outside. So I would say that's for overall women. That's what's going on with them. Another thing is I think women are starting to realize that a lot of women are starting to realize that their mom is not what they thought their mom was. And I think that could probably help them understand themselves. Because I've noticed that when I talk about my story with my mom, before when I used to talk about the story, people just thought I was just heartless. Just like, how could you say the stuff about your mom? And it's not like I would say bad things. I would just tell the truth, like what she did to me. And they were so uncomfortable with that. Like, how dare you say your mom did bad things to you? Like you don't talk about your mom like that. And then gradually people started opening up, like, my mom did this to me, and my mom tried to sabotage me this way. So they just started opening up about like how people realize their moms are not perfect. And I think that will help them realize, okay, if my mom had issues, then I probably have some issues I need to work on too.
That's deep. Let me stay down that road for a moment. With that understanding of saying women need to reevaluate their mom, I'm going to use my generation. I'm Generation X, so I'm going to presume that your mother is anywhere between 50, close to 60 years old.
Yeah, she's smack dead in the middle.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, she was pregnant at 19 and she had me when she was 20.
20? Okay.
Yeah.
So your mom was probably 54, 53.
She's 55 now. Yeah.
Okay, she's my age. All right. A lot of people, would you say, from your observation, Generation X women, I'm going to focus strictly on women for the moment. Generation X women messed up millennial women, meaning your generation.
I definitely think they do. They did, because they're the women that's all about independence. Independence. That's it. It's like you don't need anybody. It's not even about just needing men. You just don't need anybody. And I think, because my mom, she was very tough. Like, I've never really had like a solid conversation with her about anything. Like she's never gotten deep with me about nothing. So she was really like, she had like this hard exterior, like very just tough. And I think she thought that was the way to just live life. Like you got to be hard.
With that now affecting women of millennials, what would you say to Generation X women, and what would you say to your own millennial sisters?
I don't know. Generation X women, I have a lot of aunts. So because my grandmother had 8 kids, so I would say they're all very similar. I mean, they have different personalities because
Right.
some of my aunts are like bubbly. Some of them are cold-ish, like my mom. But
Right.
I would say to the Generation X, I would tell them that they can't continue the cycle. Like if they have daughters and sons, they just can't. They can't continue the cycle of just giving this information like you don't need anybody. And I really think they just can't continue the cycle. They need to go get some therapy. That's what I would say. They need to go get some therapy.
And for millennial girls, millennial women, let me not say girls because y'all are young women, what would you tell your millennial sisters? What would you tell that generation? Like, your mom is not right with this independent mindset.
I would tell them to look at the fruit of what their mother bared. Let's just say that. So I would tell them, okay, your mom went the independent route. Where is she now? How does she feel now? What's her state of mind now? Is she doing well? If she's not, then did it work for her? It didn't work for her. So it's like you can easily just see where you're gonna be in 20 years. You just look at your mom.
Wow.